Alright guys, hello and welcome back. Game number 4 coming up. Team Arcadia currently sitting down 1 game to the Myrmidons, who can now look to close the series out in this next one if they can find victory here. Team Arcadia, I imagine, not looking to let that happen, so we'll have to see how they can play this one out and find victory for themselves.
And Arcadia have set the standard as well. They came out and they've played from behind and picked up a win to level the series once already at 1-1, right? We're now at 2-1. They've got to win this game. If they lose this game, it is all over. Yeah. They're looking at another split in the Challenger Cup confirmed. There is no way they can get into the SPL. There is no way they can get to Worlds. Yep. This is essentially the last shot that they have to get to Worlds. If they lose this game, this is 100% their last shot. So they are going to come out fighting. Keep your eyes on them this game. Mogal's the aggressive one in lane. Do they focus him out? Do they go for an aggressive pick of their own?
I don't know. It hasn't really been too much aggressive play. It's been pretty slow-paced games so far today. Looking back to even a week or two ago, we saw a lot of early game rotations coming up from Mogal. Hasn't really been happening so much today. There's going to be a Sylvanas ban, make sure they can't be picked up as support later on in this picks and ban phase, which has been flying on through right now, as actually the entire thing was just finished up. So we're going to get throws up on screen here in just a moment. I mean, looking at the team comps that'll be up here fully on screen, what are you seeing as these teams have pretty much been, put together in about 2 seconds flat? I see that the last pick, Kali, not someone we've really seen a whole lot of, but picked up nevertheless.
And that's not on Mogal either. That's on Shock and Smash. They have a really nice combo to set up for it over in the duo lane, actually. And it is Neith, not so much, no steroids, no potential past that. But once they can burn, if they bait a body slam out from Bacchus, they can get a Kali going on him, on him alone. Mm-hmm. Other than that, it's rough. It's really, really rough, because they're going to go head-to-head with a Fenrir and a Thor on the right-hand side of the map. Pobasura's on Thor in a Mogal Sun Wukong. This is... I mentioned we might get an aggressive matchup on the right-hand side, but this is going to be on for young and old.
Oh, without a doubt. The way these team comps are going to be set up and the way they're going to be playing these matchups, Myrmidons want this victory. Team Arcadia need this victory. If they lose this match, they are out of the running, like you already said. Team comps, they have a pretty good one to do exactly that. They're maybe lacking a little bit in frontline, depending on exactly how Bulbasaur builds that Fenrir. I'm expecting a little bit more on the tanky side of things, not a straight up, I'm going to be an assassin Fenrir and just do damage and kill everybody. But other than that, they have a relatively balanced composition. There's no, outright, okay, they lack this flat out. Bacchus is going to be a frontline, for sure. Fenrir could definitely help things out. Thor, he's going to be dropping down to fights, setting up those initiations, and following up with a bit more extra damage. And, as Thor typically builds, you pick up boots, you pick up the Jotun's Wrath, you pick up some sort of defensive item as a third item. So he's not just going to be pure squishy assassin. He's going to be kind of more towards the warrior side of things. Remember, on the other side, again, balanced composition, a little bit of a stronger front line. It's going to come down, in my mind, to Shock and Smash on that Kali. If he can get going with that early, it's going to be absolutely devastating to the enemy team. At the same time, if she can't get going, Kali is not really much of a factor until much, much later in the game.
I actually had this in the back of my mind, right? Look at the matchup between our junglers as well. We've got Crunchy on Thor, and you've got Shock and Smash on Kali. What can happen here is that if Thor gets to a level playing field, we know how much Thor just doesn't hit those same marks in the later game. Kali can. And guess what? There's more experience, there's more gold, there's more regular gold and experience farming off those back camps. These changes actually were a kind of a buff to Kali. She actually has potential to be in this meta.
Well, that's it, guys. We're moving on to the game here in just a few moments. It's all set, ready, and waiting to go. So as soon as we're into that and we have it ready on our end, we'll have it for you. It's going to be Team Arcadia facing off against the Myrmidons for the 4th time today. Myrmidons hoping to close the series out in a 3-1 set. Team Arcadia need this one to stay alive. We'll see who can come out victorious here in just a few. Alright guys, we're back. Team Arcadia, Myrmidons to face off once again. It's a best of 5 series. We're on to game number 4. Mid-Harpy start coming out from Arcadia right here. There's some topic of debate about it. It's a little bit of a riskier start. If you can squeak it in, great. If not, it's a bit of a riskier start that may not pay off. Another thing of note, they're going to go to, not note of note, but they're going to go to that mana buff, pick that up, go to lane, pick up some minion experience, then go back to the jungle, pick up the speed and or back Harpies. Achilles Spear on Shock and Smash's Jungle Kali.
Wow. Wow, okay. That's really interesting. I guess the changes to Achilles' Spear are actually starting to come into effect and helping gods that need to clear the jungle and want an aggressive item for clearing that jungle quickly. Look at Shock and Smash though! Comes in, casts one spell, gets the heck out, and heads towards mid lane.
Yep, more experience to pick up and share the love with. He'll took a little bit off of Tynes in the mid lane, but not really anything out of the ordinary. You'll see the back rotation, the rotations rather from Arcadia, not coming out quite yet. They still have a couple jungle bumps. Yes, the jungle bumps, the jungle buffs to pick up on the right side of the map before they make their own rotations to the middle of the map. Left side Harpy is going to be picked up by Myrmidons, and everything else for the moment at least, kind of stable, not a whole lot going on, and yeah. I want to see a little bit more early game pressure coming out this game just based on the team compositions. Kali on her own will scale up better into the late game, but at the same time, if she can find 1 or 2 early kills, she can definitely look to accelerate the speed of this game.
Yeah, accelerate. And look at the starts that's coming out from the side of Myrmidons as well. Mid-camp, so they cleared the lane, they got out. They noticed that Thor hadn't cleared his speed buff, so they instantly assumed right side mid-camp was gone. They obviously did a 2-camp. That also means that arriving at the lane the same time, they didn't do the back camp. What do they immediately do? Mid-camp into back camp. Leave right side mid camp up. They can solo it over to Agni if they really want to. Kali can come back in here, which is she's doing right now. She's getting more experience in the mid lane. There's a lot of options open to them with this start, including getting a lot of poke off on Defexes and Crunchy.
Crunchy's getting very, very low. Lash not quite off cooldown for Shock and Smash. Won't be able to find that kill. They're looking for it. Mr. Crunchy played that well. He held on to the Berserker Barrage, waiting for the stun coming up from Tynes because he was standing in the Noxious Fumes and Incineration Cloud, whatever the heck his one is actually called. Ability names are hard like the math, but he waited for it, went for the damage. Unfortunately, cooldowns for Fexes were in place, and he was not able to go for the confirmation of the kill.
Oh, Shock and Smash got baited out though. He got stunned up and immediately, sorry, not stunned up, he got crippled up and immediately had a Kraken jumped on him because Fexes hit 5 at the exact wrong time for Myrmidons.
Yep. That's that little timing power spike coming out of that level 5. You hit it, you have the advantage in lane. To be fair, Myrmidons hit 5 at just about the same time in that fight. The problem became an Agni Bomb is not the same as a Kraken or that the Shock and Smash Anvil of Dawn on that Thor. It's a great ultimate, don't get me wrong, but one of those bombs is not the same as a fully stocked reserve on an Agni compared to a Kraken. It's not even the same ballpark.
No, not even a little bit. Oh well, Kali's fine. She just went and picked up that right side back camp. They're gonna share this left-hand side one. So Kali's getting a lot of experience on the board as well. That's not too bad. Right inside mid camp, being picked up at 320 on the dot. So they're gonna be able to clear that one out as efficiently as possible from the side of Arcadia. Just interesting to watch the experience flow around the map, that's all. I think it's... There's a lot of people criticizing this current patch, but I think it's very interesting because it offers a bunch of utility. As Shock and Smash is actually going to pop the ultimate and go deep underneath that tower. That was a bit aggressive from him.
Yep. And not quite paying for it. Destruction was for us, was able to get back out safely nevertheless. Left inside the map, looking for that left side Harpy camp, not quite up. Sackmas Prime will have just picked up that timer. Maybe also standing by just in case any sort of other shenanigans came out of the Myrmidons lineup. Maybe looking for a kill or anything like that. Taking a peek over at the right side of the map. Bit of a slap fight back and forth. No Fenrir just dominating the lane like we saw back in that first set of the day. It's Mogao on that Wukong, able to hold his own.
He's actually losing out the Fenrir, Bobasaurus Fenrir. He's down 300 gold. That's not good. That is not good by any even thought of good. Shock and Smash as well is going to grab another back set of camps. He's really trying to maximize his XP coming out of these ones. So it'll be interesting. Just keeping an eye on him. You know, it's not crucial right now. It's crucial in about 15 minutes from now. That's where we're going to see the payoff.
So damage buff getting eventually picked up by Fexes as he kind of... Second try was a charm there. But, yeah. Soulstone picked up yet again. Seems to be Fexes' kind of thing. He's not too worried about the damage coming in. Against Agni again, you have to really only worry about it early on.
He's Poseidon.
Yeah, there's that, and also it's against Agni. There's no real like all-in crowd control potential. If you're getting caught initially, like before level 5, by an Agni, you did something horribly wrong before that situation arose. Because if he goes aggressive...
Yeah, you're the...
Go ahead.
Keep going, Jordan. Keep going. You got points here.
Okay, I'll go for it. If you use the Path of Flames aggressively to engage and look for a kill, chances are you're going to be standing in the enemy minion wave, and you already lost the fight.
Yeah, and the thing about Poseidon as well, he can just cripple you up, right? He can cripple you, wave you. If you try and come towards him in the middle of that cripple, you come towards Poseidon, and Poseidon's just like, okay, I do not have a problem with this. Poseidon just wave clears so efficiently compared to an Agni earlier on. Agni's got to cycle multiple cooldowns. Fexes can drop a whirlpool and be happy.
Both of them are fairly safe mid laners. Crunchy going up in there, looking for somebody over here in the mid lane. Will drop on down, looking for the Kraken. Will connect on the shotgun smash. Can he get destruction off in time? He will! World Weaver was dropped from MBK, but not going to find anything. Tynes now in that whirlpool. Tectonic Rift as well, coming on down, looking for the kill. Tynes, Bacchus coming in, looking for the belly flop, not going to connect. Path of Flames was still available. Tynes will get out safely, as did Shotgun Smash.
And look at this comp from Myrmidons as well. Mogal's kind of the only one with a large amount of pressure in the early game. Dardes is just there trying to buy some time and space for Arkyle's Apollo, because he's going to outscale the Neith. Looking in the mid lane, they've got an Agni who scales. He just doesn't have a weak portion of the game. His early game clear, that's his weak point. That's his only weak point throughout the game. His sustained damage later on is really, really strong. Kali, strong later on. They've just got a nice across-the-board comp that scales very, very well, and it doesn't seem that they're really afraid of Arcadia's early game. But that said, they're now down to first blood. They almost lost second blood right there as well. They've got to be a little bit more careful.
Absolutely. Myrmidons, Kali so far not really getting going early on in this matchup. The jungle clear is okay, despite being more of a single target focus. The Achilles Spear definitely speeds it up overall. The opportunity to start snowballing with that jungler has not really provided itself quite yet. If it does, if she gets a mark, that extra little bit of gold from a passive will certainly help out. In the team fight, you can't always guarantee it'll go to her, so it's not always, oh, I'll just get the next kill. Well, it's not going to be a guaranteed situation, even if she's present in the middle of a team fight.
Yeah, it's got to be the right target that's procced off and killed so that she can get that nice reset from the side of Shotgun Smash. But hey, he's going to be watching. He's looking out for any opportunity. There's just not a lot presenting itself at this moment. Vote MBK is the closest one.
Here's
and look at that as well. They're going to get a nice...
Onto Vote MBK as we talk over each other. Bombs coming down from Agni. Backflip used just in time. Vote MBK will sneak his way out of that one. Stackman's Prime as well. Okay, for the moment, as Fexes rotates over, looking for a kill, and will Dawn plus a World Weaver finds the kill into Shotgun Smash.
Yeah, you can't ult when you're stunned up, and now they're going to think about continuing to chase this one out from the side of Team Arcadia. They've still got a nice Poseidon ultimate to come through. They're looking for the cripple on towards Arca, and it did stop the move, so he's not going to get the heck out of there easiest. What important thing to know, right as that game broke out, Stactimus Prime belly flopped. If that was an perfect timing for the gank, that's exactly what they wanted to happen. It just didn't quite go their way.
Bombs being dropped down on Mr. Crunchy's head, back and forth going. He's trying to counter ward, will do so successfully, but took about half his health worth of damage as punishment for doing exactly that. Otherwise, on this map, how things are looking across the board. Team Arcadia, small little lead. It's Game 4 of this upper semifinal for the Challenger Cup EU Grand Finals. Winner of this game could potentially find themselves in the SPL qualifiers if that winner happens to be Myrmidons. Team Arcadia gonna need this one plus one more because they're currently sitting down 1-2. Other than that, there's some extra cash prizes on the line as well. We'll see exactly all about that later on. Because right now we have the semifinals, and arguably the more important match is a best of 5 for that exact reason, because this is a spot in the SPL, or a potential spot in the SPL. It's pretty huge.
Alright, so the difference between the bottom two places as well. Let's forget the SPL invite, right? 4-split qualifier invite. Let's forget those prizes attached to first and second place. First place for the entire team, $2,500. Second place, $1,500. They win this match, that is the minimum that they're walking away with. Then you add in the SPL qualifier invite as well. Third place, $750, and fourth place only $500. That's only $100 a player for last place. You get up to first, you have $500 a player. There's a $400 per player difference. That's huge, right? That's what you're playing for on the line. That's turning this game into a little bit of a living, and coming back here to play it, not at the same tier, not for that same sort of cash next time around. Who knows? The prizes might get better next time. They might get worse. You don't know. Hopefully they don't get worse.
It's all about that SPL qualifier invite. That's what these teams are really after. Cash is nice, but that's the real prize in the situation. It's in the semifinals as well. That's why the semifinals, people get asking, why is the finals best of 3? Well, the finals, yeah, there's some money on the line, but that's about it. Disconnect coming out for Tynes here in the mid lane. No pause coming out, however. A little surprised on that.
Combat pause.
No combat pause. Nobody's in combat, even remotely close. So, yeah. I'm expecting a pause, but maybe not. Maybe just going to ride it out and see what happens with that. Team Arcadia have a small lead so far going forward in this matchup. Team composition as well. They have that early mid-game presence with their composition. Myrmidons, maybe a little bit later in the game, they'll start to come online. They have Arca with that Apollo. Will kind of outscale Vote MBK's Neith a little bit. Shock and Smash on Kali out of the jungle as well. Takes a little bit to get going. Not really at that point quite yet. A little behind at the moment compared to our opposition, Mr. Crunchy, on that Thor.
Yeah, but, you know, it's Kali versus Thor. What are you going to do? Only 2 levels behind. That's dealable. You're getting a lot of mid lane golden farm at this point in time as well from Shock and Smash, so he's going to scale up. But admittedly, that Stein's not getting anything as well, so hopefully... Who has now rejoined the game? Thank you for rejoining, Mr. Tynes.
It is fortunate.
Yeah, we don't want to see that happening again.
No. Hey, it worked out okay for those guys. They won. They won the series, 7-7. You know,
they did.
Had a disconnect. They lost game 1, arguably because of it. But they came back, won the next 3 games, and got themselves that SPL qualifier invite and the shot at some extra cash as well. So, again, nice stuff for those guys. Right lane, Defender Olympus getting popped and actually going to the right lane. Dropping down, checking out the tower, making sure it's okay, not under threat. Mogao saying hello to Athena. How's it going? You know, everything's cool over here. We've been slapping each other around the solo lane, as solo laners do tend to do. Other than that, teleports online for Fenrir, Mystical Mail as well, making it a little bit harder for Moga to actually commit to a fight against him. That said, Moga's not really looking for long extended fights. Poke, poke, poke with the magic cudgels, Master's Wills, and the occasional little animal transformation. And then once he gets down to a low threshold, look for the kill then, at which point Bulbasaur, to be fair, is probably not sticking around anymore.
Yeah, Bulbasaur is just going to get the heck out of there. I mean, Fenrir, yeah, he's great at kill pressure, but countering out kill threats, like Brutalize, it's best at sticking to targets. It's not really all that good at running away from them. But hey, he's the pro and I'm not, so I don't know. In the meantime, though, let's keep an eye out on what's starting to come across the map. Gonna be seeing Spear of the Magus rush again for Poseidon. I expect for all Poseidon builds, this is going to transition into the norm. Jotun's Wrath already on the line, and looking for the Executioner, I believe, coming through from that Kali. So she's looking for some nice early penetration. From the Hunters, let's talk about the 2 differences in the Hunter builds. Transcendence gives you a lot more power, but it gives you no sustain. What Devourer's Gauntlet does is it gives you a decent amount of sustain. It gives you 25% lifesteal. Right? That's where you're picking it up, because you can sustain for an extended duration. You don't get all that much power out of it, though. That's the problem. Transcendence scales. It gives you the best power out of any item in the game when you complete it, and it continues to scale with about 1 bonus power per level.
Yep. Not only that, it's also on Neith. Neith has a lot of extra healing with her Unravel. She pops her 2, hits multiple targets, and she's going to heal up a decent amount of damage, or a decent amount of health. With that Transcendence, the extra mana pool combined with the extra mana regeneration is going to allow her to make good use of her abilities in lane, kind of play almost like more of a caster AD carry. Right side fight going on, World Weaver popped as well, looking to kill the Moga. In that Oxform, looking to run away. Bulbasaur going to say nom nom as the World Weaver just popped before that. The Brutalize coming through as well, just to lock down and secure that kill.
Arcyle, though, is going to go on towards Vote MBK with the assistance of his support, and Dardes going to look for the re-engage, but it's going to be Stactimus Prime that starts to get the focus down on towards him. But Vote MBK, god damn you, Unravel. I'm just going to say it. I'm not a fan of Unravel compared to all the other Hunter's abilities. I mean, it makes for an interesting kind of meta, but because we've shifted so much into sustained focus at the moment, that's where the problem lies.
It's not a bad ability otherwise. I mean, it has an attack speed slow attached to it. Something a lot of people kind of, I think, undervalue, possibly. It's like, yeah, okay, Neith doesn't have a proper steroid when you're boxing back and forth. At the same time, if you land that on your opponent, you effectively are attacking that much quicker than your opponent for that duration. So while nothing can change on your end, they're doing less damage. Although, to be fair, you're not getting that extra steroid to kill them more quickly, so they can actually still look to escape. It's not the worst situation, but a proper steroid would be better.
It's the better outbox ability. That's what it's there for, yeah. Right? Because it's sustain, and it's you can't box with me. That's what it really is. That's, you know, it's in a nutshell. Anyway. Where are we at? Chin size.
Ooh,
Chin size.
Someone's up in the air, someone's down, someone found a stun on Dark Out. The wall, the hammer, the stun, the across the skies, not getting off. Stactimus Prime using the Intoxic to secure that kill. It's there. It's a possibility. You don't want Apollo flying away, still alive.
No, you want to teach him what you learn in the endgame screen out of his Elite Agent skin. that you need to follow the chariot to try and catch back the alcohol. And well, Bacchus was just giving him a big jug of wine, so he actually helped him out there.
You touch on that kin size completed for Shock and Smash. The more expensive option, there's really two routes these days that Kali's tend to go. It's the Ichval or the kin size. You see the occasional executioner coming out as well, depending on the enemy team composition. If they are fairly tanky, you'll want to go that route, and whereas they may not be, if they're building pure health, then it's a straight up kin size execution. If they're building a lot of just physical protection, not really going for too much health in that regard. But the kin size in line, a little bit longer to build it up, and it's not quite as effective as it was back before season 2. When was it nerfed? Season 2, I believe, was when it was nerfed.
Season 1.
No, season 1 it wasn't nerfed yet.
End of season 1.
End of season 1, beginning of season 2.
There you go.
Yeah, we got there. I said season 2, you said end of season 1. Which would be the beginning of season 2. Silly codecasters trying to confuse me. Attack speed and kin size was lower. The reason kin size is such a good item on Kali is the fact that her attack chain is so quick. You get that proc off the kin size in every single attack, and when you're attacking so quickly, you're getting that many extra procs off of that item. So it's beneficial for that regard. When you reduce the attack speed of it, however, you're attacking a little more slowly, and in addition to the fact that the percentage was reduced from 5% down to 4%, and was it reduced? Was it changed? 4%, I swore it was 3% at some point in time. They may have buffed that back up. I don't even know. The problem with reading patch notes, and then they changed patch notes, and you can't remember.
I think it only got dropped down to 4% from memory. So, but then again, I wasn't actually playing in Season 1, so I can't exactly tell you what the stats were.
It was
from
5% going in. It might have just been a brief change on the public test server that was then reverted back to 4%. But yeah, it's reduced by 1% now. It's still a very strong item on her, just not quite what it once was. Back and forth, still going on in that right lane as Noga goes for a little ride in the jaws of Bulbasaur. Going to go up in the Somersault Cloud, heal some of the damage back up. So Kali is just about online. Kin size generally the point where we say she's like able to actually contribute to a fight in a big way. Looking for a Hasten Fatalis as well. Once that is completed, she will very much be able to stick to somebody and just dish out tons and tons of damage.
Yep. Hello, Jungle Freya. How are you today? This point in time, actually, we're about to start seeing the first sort of pokes and contests around Gold Fury, but it's going to be more so than anything. It's just going to be, oh, are you doing Gold Fury? No. Are you going Gold Fury? Okay, fine, we'll just sort of sit around here and bait, but Thor's going to take this guy and look to gank left.
Yep, who's going to go for the question? Arco saying, yeah, I'm not having any of this. I'm already using the ability. I'm gone up in the air. I will land at my tower and just wait for the minions to come to me. Probably the safer call, perhaps. They had a lot of crowd control coming in. Bacchus was on his way over as well. Are they going to take this opportunity now to force a fight of the Gold Fury? They do have the Rage of the Gods. That could still go either way. Could be a Fist of the Gods, could be a Wrath of the Gods. Still a lot of debate as to whether or not it is worth it. No matter how you look at it, it's still a straight up 900 damage execute, quote unquote, 900 extra damage as a fight, breaking out mid lane, stacking this lockdown, taunted back in, shield wall, teleport coming in as well.
Yeah, that's gonna force the disengage, and that's the important part. That's what Mogao really wants out of his teleport, is either a disengage or a kill. Disengage is just as good because it's not giving the opposition any kills as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still stuck on the whole Wrath of the Gods thing. What's your opinion on the matter? I know I've said my piece a couple times so far today.
I think one, at the bare minimum, I still think one's relevant, right? You've got to remember that as it goes on and on, that it's best for securing Gold Furies, but because the reason we're not seeing it in this specific matchup is the little focus that there is on Gold Fury. We're hitting 20 minutes, and the Gold Fury hasn't been even being whacked once at this point.
Yeah, that's true. At the same time, if you pick up Wrath of the Gods, look how empty that jungle has been the entire time. Anvil of Dawn coming in. Apollo's not going to have the Across the Skies. Doesn't get caught by the Anvil of Dawn, but the wall was good. Serenade shuts Mr. Crunchy down for a couple seconds. As once again, the disengage will come out.
Yeah.
My thought process on it. You have the Wrath of the Gods yourself. You can look to force Gold Fury fights. You don't have the Wrath of the Gods. You're at the whim of the enemy team to allow you the opening and opportunity to have that chance at a Gold Fury. You can't look to force it yourself. Yeah, Fexus has the Kraken. That's really the big security. They intoxicate to an extent as well. They can look to burst it down. Then the Myrmidons all says, okay, they got the Gold Fury. Their ultimates are down. Let's just fight and kill them now.
Yeah, that's That's the trouble, is that there's only been like 1 or 2 ultimates burned. There's never been a whole chunk, like an entire team burning an ultimate. Like a Giannis ulting to get over there, and then everyone else burning ults, not cleaning up kills. Alright, that's our window to go for Gold Fury. There's nothing like that has happened at any stage in this game. We're at 20 minutes, 4 kills.
Bulbasaur found himself a shotgun smash, gonna immediately leap on back out. Destruction's available to stay alive if he needs it. He'll be okay. No counter engage coming in yet, but the rotation's coming out from both teams. They could turn into more of a fight, looking for the block. They're back and forth. The wiggle gonna block the shot. Mogao eats that one, but shotgun smash is chasing. Is likely to fall here. Defender Olympus dropped on down. Double tap from Crunchy gets the kill.
Yeah, and that kill number 5 is now online, but look at all the members over here on this right-hand side. There's a Kraken, but it doesn't quite whack on towards Tynes, and Crunchy's taking a lot of damage here. Mogao's going to secure that one up, and finally, Myrmidons get their first kill on the board, and Bulbasaur, he's looking to make Mogao number 6.
Tynes will have that Path of Flames available in just a second. The Tidal Surge connects for damage, but not the kill. Arcadia, meanwhile, secure that Gold Fury on the left-hand side of the map. I don't believe Arca was soloing that one beforehand, and they just...
No, he wasn't.
Okay, that was a straight-up take by them. He was trying to steal, it just didn't work out for him. He may now pay for this with his life.
Yeah, he's got Belch of the Gods and the Spirit Arrow online. He's got the ultimate, but he's not going to be able to get there. Vote MBK cleans it up on the right-hand side of the map as well. Bulbasaur is going to find another kill. It was on towards Tynes. It's a really, really good job.
Yep, Tynes, unfortunately, just stuck around a little bit too long. They're trying to make sure this Tier 1 tower in the right lane doesn't fall. It's a bit of a domino effect, those steps to victory, as you like to refer to them. You don't want these small objectives to come up, because it's a morale thing to an extent. Oh, they got that objective. That's, it's only 500 gold, but at the same time, it's less of the map. It's more of the map. So I'm like, all right, guys, we got that tower finally. We can stop just falling asleep and farming all game long. Vex is caught in a lockdown. Right lane shotgun smash finds that kill, but immediately brought back down by Vexes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Arcadia can't really engage at this, Myrmidons can't really engage at this point. Dartes is actually getting dived on towards by Bulbasaur underneath the tower. He's tanked a good 6 tower shots, and it just does not seem to be doing damage. Runeforged Hammer, though, and Mystical Mail will do that, and they're giving him a decent amount of power as well. That's the effective part of this, and he's got the RC. He's got a lot of items online at this point. He's very, very hard to bring down, but at the same time, he's still dishing out really, really decent damage. Bulbasaur is in a really, really good spot for his team.
Yep, that's going to be another one to vote. MBK sitting 3-0-2 on that Neith for the moment. Look at this team entirely. Only 2 kills on the board for Myrmidons right now. That gold lead is starting to grow as a very, very, very... I could probably throw a few more varies in there as well. For 20 minutes of the game, just a small, gradual climb as farm was just ever so slightly in their favor. Past 3 minutes, kill, 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 objective, objective, objective. It's like Team Arcadia said, we're done farming, guys. It's time to win the game. And they're doing exactly that for the moment. Myrmidons can still turn this one back around, don't get me wrong, but they have a 7,000 gold deficit to contend with to do so.
And a lot of that lead has been slowly just dragging up mid camps, rotate, pick up back camps, mid camps, mid camps, mid camps. They've been grinding through the mid camps from the side of Team Arcadia. Because they've got the Poseidon, because they've got the Thor, and they've got that slight lead, and the jungler coming through from Myrmidons as Kali. They're waiting... excuse me, they're waiting for Kali to hit the straps. They knew they couldn't fight, so they just surrendered. Now it's out to a 7k lead, just because they timed things wrong on going to the right-hand side.
There's going to be a Tier 1 mid-tower. They're looking possibly for this Tier 2 as well. Apollo starting to try and split push as best he can. There's the Girdle Pop for extra damage. Shred through this tower as quickly as they possibly can. Mogao finds the son of the Bulbasaur. Leap over the wall for Kali. Shock Smash looking to rip somebody apart. Can they do it? Kraken at least says no.
Yeah, and the ultimate not quite online for Kali at that point in time. She couldn't do it when he was burned through. Mogao's clone's been burst through, but they're going to look to dive on towards the mid tower. Argyle was the focus, and he got half health out of that. Bulbasaur is looking to jump on towards Tynes. He really wants to clean him up, and Thor's there to back him up, and they will clean it. It goes over towards Bulbasaur. What can they pick up next? Focus on towards the Phoenix. Starting to get low, but do they have the health bars?
That is going to be the question. Moga getting very, very low. Fexes cleans up the kill to help a Crunchy. Arca, the only one left standing. That's going to be the Deicide. And with those respawn timers, that is going to be Arcadia taking us on to game number 5. All the way to the end. They pulled this one back out. This is all going to come down to one last final game.
I tell you what, that game was really, really well controlled by Arcadia. Look how long it took the Myrmidons to get a single kill. And when they did get a single kill, look what Arcadia took off the back of it. Gold Fury, 3 kills of their own, and the Myrmidons were like, okay, we'll get one back now. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Okay. And suddenly there was just this massive, massive advantage that suddenly just sprung up in an instant. But it was ground out very, very well from Arcadia. They played the slow game perfectly.
Yep. Absolutely. Guys, we're going to get to a quick little break, get ourselves set up for the final match of the day. We will not be doing the finals today because we're going to still be casting them later on during the week, but it's been a long day for us. We're going to cut to a break. We have the holiday weekend for me here in the States. I'm going to get the semifinal wrapped up. This is the important one. We'll have the finals for you on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll finalize that date and let you guys know as soon as possible. So we have one last final game for you today. The winner of this next one is going to take home that big prize, that all-important SPL qualifiers invite for a few weeks down the road. We'll see who exactly walks away with that one here in just a few.